All right, man. Now it seems like Sauce Walka done made it to the big platform of the Breakfast Club, and he was asked about his Drake beef that he's had over the years, and we know that he was one of the first people to say, hey, man, I think Drake is a culture vulture. I think he steals from the culture of Houston. I think that he enjoys our women. He enjoys our clubs and the experience of Houston, but he doesn't contribute anything to Houston. And that's what happened when he made a diss track called Whack to Whack.
Rookie started living in the city, seeing how we living, seeing how the flavor is, seeing how we spilling. Thinking I'm in H-Time, what a good feeling. Yeah, it's cool to show love, but it's different when you're stealing.
Now, as you see, I think that the song was actually kind of mid, but you know, people are entitled to their own opinions. People in Houston, I guess, enjoyed the song. They enjoy Sauce Walka, and Sauce Walka would be on the Breakfast Club, and then he would dive deeper into his whole beef with Drake, and he would basically say that Drake enjoys our culture. He could contribute to the economy. He could put on a lot of more Houston rappers. He don't do the same thing with the Atlanta rappers. He goes to Atlanta, he respects the culture, and he respects the artists, but he doesn't do the same with Houston. I'll let him dive deeper into it, and then y'all can let me know what y'all think.
What I was saying, it's not make believe. It's simple. It's not fucking rocket science. It was simple shit. If you in this city and you saying like what you just said that it wouldn't be no
Drake without Houston.
It wouldn't be no Drake without Houston. Okay, so at the time, why did Drake not? It's still to this day. Why did Drake not have no bunch of records with Houston artists? You didn't doing that with Atlanta. If you love Atlanta, and you got it's 7, 8, 9, 15 artists that you got songs with in Atlanta. Because why? Yeah. Not only does you know that the city of Atlanta was gonna look at you weird for not doing that, look at you and feel a certain type of way by you not making those songs and making those moments with that city, but you knew that it was also beneficial for you as an artist to make music with these songs because the leveling of stardom and momentum, it feeds each other versus you feel that I'm just the A-side artist that's lifting up this musician. But as far as the city of Houston, you're looking at it for the market share. All of these country ass people in Houston, they got all of this land, all these clubs, all these women, all these people in these big ass arenas and events that's going on, but they don't have a large community and representatives of people that are knowledgeable about the music industry, that have resources that can say, hey, y'all been around this artist and you helped them, you was in the studio when they was making that song, you told them to add this and this on the hook, you get a couple writer points for that. Or you was up in there when you made the beat, you supposed to get, okay, y'all was in the, you brought him to Houston and you took him to this club, you took him to this hood and you introduced him to Charlamagne. It's a feature and a song come behind that. In every other city, it's a long list. California, it's a long list of artists from the Bay all the way to LA that got Drake's songs with Drake. So how did Drake love Houston so much at that time and not have music with artists that you are uplifting from this community? Fuck me, I don't care. It's bigger than me. I didn't care about the song with me.
A whole lot of sense to me.
You know what I'm saying? But what I would like from then to now, Travis Scott is the only rapper that still got a song with Drake. Travis Scott, again, what I just said earlier, it makes sense. It's an equal trade. It's not necessarily like, oh, bro, I'm helping Houston and changing your life and changing your career. And it's bigger than just saying, oh, well, person wants the Drake stimulus package, bro, fuck all of that. It's about fair exchange in business. If you are using the lineage and the culture of somebody's city, of somebody's hometown and backyard, do something that helps not yourself and your more of your notoriety for your own benefit with the ladies and the people in the city. Do something that actually makes the economy of that city and music and musicians bigger and greater. So therefore, we can have Rolling Loud in Houston. We can have more young artists performing on bigger platforms, Jimmy Fallon and Jay Leno and all this other shit, because an artist of this magnitude is living in our backyard. That's all I was saying. Not just for me, just for anybody.
Literally living.
Now, as y'all see, Sauce Walka said what he said. My question is, do you think what he's saying is a little bit of a friendly extortion that he's expecting from Drake? Or do you think that what he's saying is legit? That he's saying, hey, you gotta give some kickback if you're gonna be tied to Houston the way that you are. Let's discuss it. What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy,
Big-Just-LaFlare. It's
What
him.
up, YouTube? It's the Top G. And if you're not subscribed to the LaFlare Lounge, then you better tap in now.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, listen, man. Y'all just saw it, man. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth, man. First of all, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sauce Walka, come sit down with me, player. Come sit down with me, man, because, you know, I think that it's always sad to me when grown men are expecting another handout from another grown man. And that's what this is. See, I know y'all gonna say, damn, what's the difference between him and Kendrick? He's saying like, Kendrick is saying Atlanta already has legendary acts, legendary artists, and Drake seen that and he rode the wave. What Walka is trying to say is that Drake enjoys Houston. He enjoys to come here. He enjoys, I guess he gets his house and he enjoys the women. He enjoys going to the club in Houston. It's one of his favorite places in the world. But he's saying that basically he doesn't mess with any Houston artists, and so therefore he's a culture vulture, and that he could really come and as much as he can help the economy out. That's what he just said. Y'all saw it at the end. He said he can help the economy out. He's saying that Drake is so big that Drake could basically be LeBron, how he affected the economy of Cleveland when he came back to Cleveland, right? The second time, saying that the city of downtown Cleveland got so much money. He's saying things of that nature, right? That's what he's saying. I completely disagree with Sauce Walka. Yeah. And it just gonna come down to this, Sauce Walka. And I know you don't want to hear it, especially from somebody that ain't from Houston like myself. You ain't gonna want to hear it. The reason that Drake is not messing with Houston artists is because Houston, the rap scene just not popping right now. That's just honest to God truth. Look at the up and coming rappers from Houston. I don't even know. Who are they? And you may know them. People in Houston may know them. But that's not how it works. You have to have a feature with Drake. You have to already be on the rise, bro. He's not creating people just from the ground, right? Drake ain't just driving through Houston, driving through Atlanta, finding. When Drake was finding Lil Keed actually was popping. Right? Lil Keed was popping. When he found McConan was popping. That song was already on the rise. Drake peeped it. Right? Houston, for a while, we haven't really heard anything that's noteworthy coming from the city. Drake ain't just gonna mess with anybody. What you're saying sounds like extortion. If you gonna come down here and a nigga gonna take you to the hood and at least give us a feature. I get it. That's a good favor, but let's be honest. How often is Drake just going and hanging out in people's hoods? I seen Drake for real like once or twice in the streets in Houston. I seen that was on J Prince Jr. birthday. He came, or Jazz Prince, and they was on the roof in Houston in the 5th Ward. I seen that, right? But Drake just said he went to Compton one time. That's probably like the only 2 times I can recall Drake just standing in the middle of people's hoods, bro. Like Drake ain't just chilling in the hood. You're talking as if Drake is like one of these young, small local type artists or one of the, no. And let's be honest, you comparing it to Atlanta. Atlanta has exclude Drake, because this is why I'm saying like only Drake gets held to these standards. Atlanta has the most artists that come to Atlanta and do not do any of the stuff that you're asking them to do. They ain't coming to do features with niggas from Atlanta. They ain't coming to help out. They're just coming to enjoy the city. And that's what it is. If I want to go to Houston, nobody's going to be like, bro, you need to get back to the economy, bro. If my cousin and my uncles or anybody my mama go to Houston, nobody gonna tell them, hey, you need to be giving back to the economy. Just because we enjoy the city, the culture. It's people from Atlanta. The people from Atlanta are moving to Houston. The people from Houston is moving to Atlanta right now. Nobody's getting held to those standards. Drake is still, at the end of the day, a regular human being. If Drake wants to go to camp in Houston, he should be able to do that without being forced to do a feature or give back to the economy, which means basically give to some niggas' pockets that's doing a friendly extortion. That's not what should happen. Drake is also protected in Houston because he has business ties to Houston, the mob ties, and Jazz Prince and J Prince Sr. and Jr. Like, that's why he even has ties to Houston. So I don't think that they're going to sit around and let Drake get friendly extorted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have to disagree with you on this one. Sauce Walka, I think what you're not paying attention to is just that Drake doesn't do features with just anybody. If you're from Houston and you wanna do a feature with Drake, you gotta be popping. He's not just doing features for a favor. You gotta be popping. He has to enjoy your music. And right now, I don't think anybody's really enjoying the Houston scene in music. That's just my personal opinion. So y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Do y'all think that what Sauce Walka is saying is absolutely correct? Saying if Drake, you enjoy the culture so much, you need to contribute more to the culture of Houston? Or do you think it's more so like, hey, if you want Drake to consider contributing to Houston music culture and things of that nature, the music got to speak for itself. That's just my personal opinion, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And we out, baby. Boom!
You are now tuned in to the LaFlare Lounge with your host, Big-Just-LaFlare.
You are watching a master at work.